The movie opens with Wade Wilson, also known as Deadpool, arriving at Logan's burial site in North Dakota. Furious to discover that Logan is truly dead, leaving behind only his adamantium skeleton, Deadpool soon encounters a squad of agents from the Time Variance Authority, TVA, who have come for him. Instead of complying, he takes Logan's skeleton and slaughters the agents before equipping himself with the late hero's iconic claws. Wade then rewinds the story, taking the audience back to the events that led him here. In 2018, determined to prove himself as a true hero for Vanessa, he uses Cable's time-traveling device to seek an interview with Happy Hogan in Earth 616, hoping to become an Avenger. However, Happy dismisses Wade, unimpressed by his immaturity. Failing to secure a position, Wade returns to his universe and, over the next 6 years, takes a job working alongside Peter at a car dealership, retiring his identity as Deadpool. One evening, Wade and Peter go back to Wade's apartment for a birthday party attended by his closest friends. While the celebration is lively, it is revealed that Wade and Vanessa have long since broken up and moved on with different partners. As the festivities continue, a sudden knock at the door interrupts. Wade opens it to find TVA agents, whom he initially mistakes for strippers, jokingly mocking them. However, before he can fully process the situation, they pull him through a portal. Wade wakes up in the TVA headquarters, where he meets an agent named Paradox. Assuming he is in trouble for excessive use of Cable's device, Wade is surprised when Paradox explains that his presence has nothing to do with that. Instead, he offers Wade an opportunity to join Earth 616, suggesting that it will finally give him the purpose he has been seeking. Eager to become the hero he envisions himself to be, Wade accepts and dons a new Deadpool suit, partly encouraged by a vision of a future in which Thor mourns a dying Deadpool. However, Paradox reveals the true reason for Wade's relocation. The fundamental anchor of his universe, the force keeping it stable, has died. That anchor was Logan. As a result, Wade's universe is now destined for destruction, along with everyone he cares about. Outraged, Wade headhunts Paradox, steals his universe-jumping device, and sets out to find a new Logan to fix the problem. Jumping through various dimensions, Wade encounters multiple versions of Logan, a comic-accurate short one, another wearing a yellow and brown suit, and even one portrayed by Henry Cavill, all of whom react violently, slashing him apart. Eventually, he stumbles upon a Logan drowning himself in alcohol at a bar. After Logan passes out, Wade transports him back to the TVA, only for Paradox to inform him that this plan is futile. Not only will replacing Logan fail to restore balance, but this particular Wolverine is the worst across all timelines, responsible for his own universe's downfall. As Wade and Logan process this information, they uncover a deeper conspiracy. Paradox and the agents in the room are working against the rest of the TVA. When Wade threatens to expose them, Paradox retaliates by pruning both him and Logan. The two find themselves in the void, where an intense battle ensues, with Wade unloading bullets into Logan while Logan retaliates by slashing Wade. Eventually, they call a truce, realizing they must work together to save Wade's universe and restore Logan's. Before they can formulate a plan, they are approached by a mysterious figure, just as a group of mutant villains led by Pyro emerges. Wade initially mistakes the newcomer for Captain America and excitedly anticipates hearing him say "Avengers Assemble," but instead, the figure utters "Flame On," revealing himself as Johnny Storm, the Human Torch. However, Pyro absorbs his fire powers, neutralizing him. Wolverine's old nemesis, Sabretooth, enters the fray, leading to a long-awaited showdown, but Logan swiftly slices through his neck. The villains overpower Wade, Logan, and Johnny, taking them captive. They are brought to the fortress of Cassandra Nova, the psychotic twin sister of Charles Xavier, who rules from within the massive skeletal remains of Ant-Man. Cassandra mercilessly strips Johnny of his skin, keeping him alive just long enough to suffer before he collapses into a pile of blood and bones. She further displays her power by physically reaching into Wade and Logan's brains, exposing their memories, including Wade's painful breakup with Vanessa. Their weapons prove ineffective against her, leaving them vulnerable as she prepares to abandon them to their doom. Amidst the chaos, Wade and Logan seize the opportunity to escape, utilizing a rocket leg to propel themselves to safety. Crashing in an unknown location, they stumble upon a rundown diner and scavenge for food. As they sit together, Wade probes Logan about his past, questioning how someone once regarded as the face of the X-Men could have fallen so far. Logan, however, refuses to reveal more. Their journey takes a turn when they come across a peculiar dog with an unusually long tongue, whom Wade instantly adores. The dog, named Mary Poppin, also known as Dogpool, soon introduces them to a Deadpool variant named Nicepool, the friendliest of all Deadpools and the only one without the need for a mask due to his still handsome face. Nicepool warns them that the Deadpool Corps is hunting them down with the intent to kill. To aid their escape, Nicepool provides them with a minivan, which they use to drive toward the borderlands, hoping to find a way back home. During the journey, Wade accidentally reveals that he lied about the TVA's ability to restore Logan's universe. Enraged, Logan confronts Wade, berating him for his dishonesty and failure to save anything, be it his world or his own relationship with Vanessa. This ignites another violent clash between the two, lasting until they both pass out from exhaustion. While unconscious, an unknown figure takes control of the minivan, abducting them. When Wade and Logan finally awaken, they find themselves in a hidden base belonging to a resistance force. There, they come face to face with Elektra Natchios, Blade, and a never-before-seen version of Remy LeBeau, also known as Gambit. Wade and Logan soon meet the leader of the resistance, Laura Kinney, who immediately recognizes Logan as a variant of the man who was her father. She explains that they, like many others, are victims of the Void, having lost numerous friends at the hands of Cassandra. Though the resistance is determined to take down Cassandra, Logan refuses to join their fight. Later that night, Laura finds him sitting by a campfire, drinking from Gambit's liquor stash. It is here that Logan finally opens up about his past, why he never removes the iconic yellow and blue suit. In his universe, the X-Men had always wanted him to be part of their team, but he declined. One night, after a heavy drinking session, he returned to the mansion only to discover that they had all been brutally murdered. Overcome with rage, he embarked on a violent killing spree, during which even innocent people were caught in the crossfire. The suit, now worn and tattered, is all he has left of his fallen friends. Laura tells him that he is just like her own version of Logan, that he will become the man he needs to be when the time is right. Inspired by her words, Logan has a change of heart and agrees to help take down Cassandra. Meanwhile, on the outskirts of the Void, Pyro contacts Paradox, revealing that they are working together. Paradox intends to activate the Time Ripper, a device that will accelerate the destruction of Wade's universe. He orders Pyro to track down Wade and the others before they can interfere with his plans. As the heroes launch their assault on Cassandra's base, Blade blasts open the doors using one of the Punisher's bazookas. Wade and Logan head directly for Cassandra while the others focus on removing Juggernaut's helmet, which they need to block Cassandra's powers. Elektra, Blade, Gambit, and Laura engage in battle against the villainous mutants. Blade successfully kills Toad, Gambit uses his charged cards to blow apart enemy goons, and Laura manages to sever Juggernaut's feet before taking his head. Wade and Logan reach Cassandra, but she quickly incapacitates them both. Using her telepathic abilities, she invades Logan's mind, attempting to convince him that surrendering to death will free him from his pain and the loss of his friends. Before she can break him, Laura arrives just in time, delivering Juggernaut's helmet to Wade, who forcefully shoves it onto Cassandra's head, nullifying her powers. However, Cassandra warns them that if they kill her, they will have no way to return home. If they remove the helmet, she will kill them instantly. Logan appeals to Cassandra, reminding her of how much Charles Xavier cared for her. Before she can respond, Pyro suddenly appears, intending to kill Cassandra himself. Logan intervenes, knocking him unconscious instead. Accepting Logan's words, Cassandra chooses to spare them. Using Doctor Strange's sling ring, which she obtained by killing one of his variants, she opens a portal for Wade and Logan to return home. As they step through the portal, the remaining heroes watch them depart. Meanwhile, Cassandra learns from Pyro about Paradox's plan. Back in the TVA's universe, Paradox steps forward to confront Wade and Logan, but before he can act, Cassandra emerges through her own portal. Turning on Pyro, she plunges her hand into his neck and snaps it before placing her hand inside Paradox's head, forcing him to reveal the location of the Time Ripper. Her true goal is revealed. She intends to destroy every universe, leaving only the Void behind. Before Wade and Logan can intervene, they are found by Dogpool and Nicepool, just as the entire Deadpool Corps arrives. The group is led by Lady Deadpool. In the ensuing chaos, Wade grabs Nicepool as a human shield to retrieve his weapons, resulting in Nicepool's death, being the only Deadpool variant without regenerative abilities. As the battle unfolds, Logan finally pulls his mask over his face for the first time, officially teaming up with Wade as Deadpool and Wolverine. The two then engage in a relentless slaughter of the Deadpool Corps. Just as the fight reaches its peak, none other than Peter appears, declaring that Wade is with him. Since every universe's Deadpool Corps includes a Peter, the variants immediately back off. Meanwhile, Cassandra activates the Time Ripper. Wade and Logan infiltrate the base and confront Paradox, who explains that the only way to shut down the Time Ripper is to disrupt its power flow between matter and antimatter, but doing so will result in the death of whoever attempts it. Wade and Logan argue over who should make the sacrifice. Wade tries to lock Logan out of the chamber, intending to take the burden himself, but he only manages to grab one of the cables before Cassandra starts draining timelines. Before the situation spirals further, Logan forces his way back inside, grabbing Wade's hand. Together, they use their bodies as conduits, channeling the energy and overloading the Time Ripper. The machine is destroyed, and Cassandra is completely obliterated. With the crisis averted, Hunter B-15 arrives and has Paradox arrested. She then confirms that Wade and Logan's actions have successfully restored Wade's universe. Wade asks if the TVA can also rescue the heroes trapped in the void and fix Logan's universe. While B-15 assures them that the others will be saved, she explains that Logan's tragic past shaped him into the hero he is now. There is nothing that needs to be fixed. Bidding them farewell, B-15 departs. Wade and Logan grab a meal together, during which Logan prepares to leave and go his own way. However, Wade extends an invitation for him to stay in his universe. Later, they are seen surrounded by Wade's friends, including Laura. Wade and Vanessa, meanwhile, appear to be giving their relationship another shot. In the post-credits scene, Deadpool appears at the TVA, presenting footage of Johnny Storm trash-talking Cassandra as proof that everything Wade repeated was actually said by Johnny, an attempt to justify why Johnny was ultimately killed.